Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Spoiler Log Tournament. This is the top 16, and this is the first round match between Gammachuu and TwoC. I'm Shady Force, and I'm joined today by Moogle Charm. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm good, Shady. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. It's the beginning of a nice long weekend. We got some spoiler racing going on. Best mode, by far the best.
I agree. I totally agree.
And this is going to be a great race. We were talking about this a little bit before, because these two are both absolute gamers, very strong runners. TwoC had the better seed; he did better in the qualifiers. But Gammachuu was in a practice race just last night, and I think he said there was 4 people in the top 16 in that race, and he won the race. He beat them all, so he's obviously in good form. So I can't call a favorite here at all.
Yeah, me neither. And I had a peek at the spoiler log. I think it's going to be a really good one, and it'll definitely test these two guys in terms of their execution, for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm expecting it to be a little bit on the linear side, but that'll be good for race purposes, I think.
Yes, definitely.
I don't expect any major divergence. I don't really expect any major routing mistakes. There's not a whole lot they can do, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. But you can see the countdown happening, so here we go.
Ooh, already a little bit of divergence there. Both of them starting at sync, but Gamma grabbing the chest with the key in it while TwoC skipping.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. I can only assume something is in the castle, and the key is possibly faster than having to kill a guard for it. But otherwise, they're both going to Kakariko.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something I often forget to check, that little where the small key is, because you often don't need it when you go to the castle.
Yep.
And you can easily miss it if it's not in the front because you're not looking at that part. You miss that it's just the sank item.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I usually will, I'll check the log, and I'll, Hyrule Castle is like one of the first things you see. And if it's not the Sanctuary chest, I kind of just pass over it until there's only a couple seconds left, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what's in the Sank chest? I should probably check, see if it's like a full heart or something like that,
So it's interesting to see that they both grab the heart piece at the bottom of the well. Now, sometimes you're not sure whether they're just grabbing everything just for brevity, but TwoC deliberately skipped the middle chest. So I think it was a deliberate pickup on his side. So they have bombs, so there's no problem here. Yeah, interesting. Gamma also opening the extra chest to get the arrows, and they're both getting this heart piece. So there are a few extra, possibly optional chests they're opening. And that's also interesting. They're both bombing the top of Blind Hut to get more bombs. So
yeah,
I'm guessing the bomb route's pretty tight in this. That's something I didn't really look into when I had a quick look at the start.
Yeah, the only thing that I looked at was the drop. So the spoiler log does give you the tier 1, 2, and 3 pulls, as well as what the crab gives out, and then the stun prize. And they're all pretty garbage, I would say. A bunch of green rupees and hearts, so not really worth anything there. So yeah, you see Gamma picking up that flute in the back of Escape, TwoC making a beeline for the dam. I'm kind of surprised that TwoC didn't grab that flute first.
Yeah, because then you can just float straight to the dam. I wonder...
Right.
Okay, he's getting a sword, but I don't think it'll help with grabbing the item. Okay, I guess maybe his plan is to have the sword with him when he first goes to Kakariko, so he can activate the flute and then do something else, like maybe go into the village with the sword in hand. It could be something along those lines. So maybe there's a little bit of a divergence here. I guess we'll see. Oh, and we're going up to the Lost Woods as well.
Grabbing a bombos, obviously required for TR. It's kind of on the way with activating the flute, so makes perfect sense here.
Yeah, and he's doing it in the second trip to Kakariko with the boots instead of doing it the first trip, which is kind of smart, to be honest.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like if this was like a co-op spoiler, I would definitely be like, go grab that bombos while I'm trying to figure stuff out. But
Yeah,
doing it with the boots is so
for
much
sure.
better.
Yo, we just saw 2C dash through a bush with his sword to get to the back of the escape slightly
Yeah.
faster. Okay, vindicated.
Yep. Yeah, let's call 2C the winner on that one.
Yeah, maybe. It was a bit of a
Yeah.
trek down to the dam, though. That could have got there quicker with a flute.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right.
Another
So
thing is, I
just-
wonder if you should be doing spin speed when you're leaving Sank like that with the hook shot. I wonder if that's faster. Unless it doesn't work on those stairs. Maybe that's why nobody does it.
I think it does work, but I could have that wrong. You could just as easily mirror.
Do it.
Yeah.
I feel like someone would have tried it and I would have noticed it. Those aren't stairs. Are they fake stairs, Fear? Okay, Fear's telling us. Fear's got us covered. Because I know the Thieves' Town stairs obviously works, but I was vaguely aware that there was fake stairs somewhere that looks like it, and I guess that's them, but I wasn't sure. So we're pretty soon going to sync up, and then we'll know who the real winner is of the very early game.
Yeah, there's a couple things that they can do next. I'll be interested to see what they do first. Well, I guess Gamma's in the lead.
Yeah, Gamma wins. All right. So now we know. Flute to the dam, folks. Ice Rod Cave. Okay, yeah. This is going to be like just as quick now or later, so it's not a huge divergence either way.
Yeah, no difference with the flute.
We did not see Gamma go into Chicken House. I don't think.
Ah, the heart. Yeah, so we were chatting about this a little bit beforehand, whether or not they would get that heart given the, the little extra trek, and then you have to bomb the wall. But yeah, 2C opting to grab that heart for a little bit of extra safety here.
Yeah, because that's really unfortunate.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a full 10-second time loss. And even worse if he doesn't survive. This is a little scary. This is really scary now. A death on the overworld. Oh, okay, that's a large time loss.
Yeah.
So in spoiler races, Death Mountain is full value for its name. It's pretty lethal. Like, because the boulders can just land on you, and it's mostly RNG, and sometimes you just can't dodge them. So.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised that. So you see Gamma going to Old Man to get that tempered sword now. He got a Master Sword in Ice Rod Cave. 2C opting to skip. I figured like after he got dead rocked, that would have been the perfect time to just be like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go get this sword from Old Man.
Oh, that's a good idea because he was blocked anyway and waiting. Interesting. So I can only assume 2C's gonna get his swords elsewhere because the Old Man's not really that slow. Like, it's worth it for a sword, unless you're getting the other three even faster.
Well, I mean, one of them is at Ice Rod Cave, so I would imagine he is going to get one of those two.
Okay, so there's a Titansmiths.
Yeah, so now we have full access.
Quite a lot of the world now, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of divergence in the Herapot strats. 2C's using the brand new setup. Where you
I gotta learn that one.
It looks pretty free. I haven't actually tried it myself, but it does look really free.
Yeah, from my understanding, you only need to know one pixel perfect spot as opposed to every other one, which usually has two.
Yeah. The position you stand in after the bomb is free, so you only have to learn where you stand before you place the bomb, which is generous in terms of for the timer for the bomb.
Right.
But I think the hook speed one is still the more optimal one if you get it first try in terms of speed. 2C took a death on Death Mountain. is the main thing that's put him a little bit behind. And double dead rocks. That's definitely the worst screen in the game. I can't think of a worse screen than the foot to one landing screen.
I hate the one where there's the bonk rocks with the ferry on the top of Death Mountain. That one's just as bad to me. But
yeah,
anything with dead rocks is awful.
Yeah,
right,
those are some of the few screens that are improved when you play Animizer.
Yeah. So some divergence here. Gamma going straight for desert, while 2C going for the pyramid.
This is pretty interesting. What is on the pyramid? I can't remember. Oh, ether. Okay, yeah. We need that. I guess we need it. I guess we're going into Mire.
Oh, actually, I think the tracker at the bottom has it backwards. So Turtle Rock is ether, Mire is Bombos.
Oh, I see.
We'll get that fixed. Not to give anything away, but at least fix the information on the screen. So I like 2C's routing here. You know, picking up that ether, just mirroring over to go grab whatever's here in the castle, while Gamma opting to, I guess, double dip this area.
I just realized I was looking at my screen. Was that like way ahead of you? Oh, I guess it's something else. Yeah, I quite like that. That's quite clever as well, like you doing the mirror from the pyramid ledge to go to the castle. Now we're getting our boat from the lake island, so we're really picking up a lot of the items we need. Oh, and now TC is going to get the sword from Ice Rod Cave. But again, he's still a sword down. Having not grabbed the old man's sword.
Yeah, but this is fairly efficient routing from him. Taking care of Pyramid Castle into Hylia. That was really nice.
Yeah, we'll have to see if when they sync up again, if that has made him back some time from the Damp Mountain instance. Okay, so it looks like we're going into Eastern now, and Gamma's going into Swamp. So actually, there's quite a bit of divergence. A lot more than I expected.
Yeah, I like it. So I would imagine that Gamma will probably follow this up with the Lake Hylia play to get that bow. So, you know, being efficient in his own right by comboing that with Swamp.
Yeah, that must be like the most efficient way to get to the lake. If you're doing it after Swamp, or maybe doing it before Ice Palace, they're the two best ways, I think, to do the lake.
Yep.
GC unfortunately doesn't have any arrows, can't do the slightly faster strat in this room. Oh, well there's his tempered sword. So he's decided to get his 3 swords from that. So that will be Gamma's gold sword then, when he gets there.
Yes. So, you know, Gamma did have to spend the time with Old Man to get that sword, but I feel like 2C just made it all up right there, because the difference in swords isn't too drastic.
Yeah, save a little bit of time and try next, and that's probably about it.
Yeah. But I can see why Gamma went for the swords given his route, because having tempered for this fight will be so much faster than Master Sword.
Oh yeah, for sure. Either way, you want the tempered sword before this fight. So it's interesting. I guess it'll be interesting to see then why Gamma chose to do Swamp before Polymnestra. I guess it's because
of the bow.
The lake. Yeah, the bow on the lake,
Yeah.
and he wants to do it after Swamp. I don't know. I kind of like what TwoC did though.
Yeah, knowing that you don't really need the gold sword, I think if anything, it's probably more of a safety in this type of seed.
Yeah,
you know, having gold
like
sword and spoiler is really nice.
The old man turning is pretty slow. Like it's a pretty large time investment. So I'm inclined to think that skipping the old man is definitely the way to go. Even if you lose a little bit of time to efficiency with the lake, but it's not going to be the whole 30 seconds or so that it takes.
Yeah, and having your flute mirror means like you're more than likely never saving and quitting. So it's not like you have to save and quit to old man either.
Okay, and now TwoC is going into Ice Palace, so I imagine Gamba's now going to go over to the Lake Island and then go into Ice Palace himself. Oh, and it appears that this is what we need Bombos for in this seed, so probably not Meyer. So Gamma's taking the top route to get to the Lake Island. I don't know which is faster. I should time that at some point. I would think going the bottom route is faster from the swamp entrance.
Yeah, it's less green transition, so I would guess that you're right there.
I'd be surprised if the top route is faster, but probably not a huge difference either way.
Am I going back into the dark world? This is interesting. Oh, he still hasn't. No, he's been to the. No, he hasn't been to the pyramid. Okay, that makes sense then. But I don't know why you. Trying to think of like what's the fastest way to get here, given he was right next to Ice Palace already. But I guess fluting over to 8 is not. It's not much of a difference.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess this is the best time to go to Ice. To the Pyramid Ledge, and he's decided that you can just get to Ice Palace just as fast anyway, from anywhere in the world, in the light world. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of time before we converge, I should say.
Gamma entering the dark world by pod. Let's see. It's accidentally entering the dark world, so just gonna do this turn. Looks like.
Right, okay. That's very easy thing to do muscle memory wise.
Oh yeah.
I do that quite a lot, so I definitely identify with that. That's a bit of time back to TwoC then. I think TwoC's in okay shape in this race, despite what happened earlier. It's quite hard to tell because of the divergence, but I feel like this is probably quite an even race now at this stage.
Yeah, I think the only difference will be the sword, but as we mentioned earlier, it's not going to be too much of a difference.
I genuinely don't think it's a factor at all.
Yeah.
I guess it'll save it a little bit of time in Cold Stare as well as try next, and it'll make the Ganon fight the one-on-one free instead of having to do a little bit of work. So sometimes I see people slash the sword a few times and then cast Bumbles. Do you know why people do that?
I think it's more of a timing thing. Isn't there a way to soft lock in Cold Stare when you use Bombos? Maybe I'm just not as familiar with that, but I think I've heard of people locking the game when they Bombos too early or something.
Oh, I haven't heard of that. I could get behind getting the timing so that the puffs don't land on you just as you're doing like a 6 slash or something.
Yeah, so did you see what we got from Cold Stare? Nice fire rod.
Yeah. Rule of fire lives strong.
If only wall kicks were here to explain it to me.
Ooh, that's an annoying missed arrow.
Yeah.
And then once he's chasing after you, it's hard to regroup. So you just miss the whole cycle.
Yeah,
nice 10 drop though. Yeah.
2C fluting to 5 by accident. So a couple minor mistakes by these guys, but yeah, I think we'll see pretty quickly how close to one another they are. 2C gonna go get that ice rod that Gamma got earlier.
Yeah, a little bit of a hiccup in the quick kill with Gamma. I'm not sure if he just moved to the wrong spot or that's his normal strat, but it didn't quite come off.
Yeah, his normal strat is to start at the top right for that.
Yeah, something weird happened. I don't know. They didn't start spinning when they were meant to, so something was mistimed. So this is interesting. So Gamma is now going into Thieves Town, I'm guessing. But does not have the Fire Rod yet, so can't combine it with Skullwoods. So when 2C comes over here, he can do both together. Now with Flute and Mitts, it's probably not a huge deal, but it is like maybe a mirror transition or two that 2C will save.
Yeah, I think it's not that much of a difference because when Gamma flutes back, he can just go north from that portal. So it's a couple of screen transitions that he'll save. But yeah, it'll be a little bit of a time loss compared to how 2C is going to do it, at least from this perspective. Okay, so we just got the cane, the brewery. So I think that's probably why Gamma's doing this route, just to make Ice Palace faster.
That makes sense. Yeah, for sure. So that's another interesting thing. So TC decided the combination is better than having Samaria for Ice Palace. Oh, I can't decide which I like now. Can't decide which I prefer.
I guess another question of obviously what's faster, but doing Ice Palace using the bomb jump but go moding it is pretty fast when you don't have to go to the right side or anything like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact timing difference, but I want to say it's like 10 seconds, 13 seconds, something in that type of range. It's not much more than that.
So given the fact that Gamma will need to flute again and enter the portal again, it's probably about the same then.
Yeah. It probably also depends on how good your Icebreaker or your Ice Palace Bomb Jump is as well. And both runners still on 5 hearts green mail, but it shouldn't be too much of a trouble for the blind fight. Not to just immediately calm curse or anything, but I have confidence in both of these guys in the blind fight. Especially with that gold sword Gamma has. Like, how could he possibly mess up the blind fight with a gold sword? Very nice kill. Blinds in the top left corner off the sunlit part, so you can tell it's a pretty fast one. A nice stun. I've just seen the stun prize now on 2C's side, so the stun prize is a single heart, which is actually quite nice. That's going to be quite useful later on if they're a little bit low on health in GT. Okay, Gamma's going to Ice Palace now, and 2C's just gonna finish off blind. Yeah, another very good blind fight on 2C's side. So you think Gamma is definitely ahead? I'm not sure. Oh, Ice Palace is pretty fast though. But probably is faster than Swamp. Oh, that is an unfortunate hit. Okay, so that'll make the moth fight a little bit scarier. This is where it's most important to get the double hit in at the start. Oh, we are going to the big key chest in Skullwoods, so I wonder what's here. Must be a safety of some sort. Okay, a full heart container, that makes it a little cozier. Gamma's struggling a little bit with the icebreaker. Now this is where, I mean, that's only a couple of attempts where it took him to get it, but that's about half of the difference. That's about half of the time gain he gained with Samaria. So it really adds up in this mode where there's not a lot of margin for error. I think this is poised to be quite a good finish. So, 2C's picking up the heart, but that's going to give him beams for the fight. I'm not sure that was the right idea when he has 5 already. Yeah, not the cleanest room at the back there. Not the cleanest Skullwoods in general. So, Moth might be dead already if it wasn't for the beams. But it's still pretty fast. Still pretty good. Didn't take any hits at all, so... But lost a few seconds in the Moth fight. It could be that he's watching the stream and he's judged himself to be in a good position in the race, and maybe he just wants to be extra safe at the cost of a few seconds. It could be something like that, or it could be nervousness. Oh, Gamma needs to be careful. Okay, we're good. Did take a hit with the puffs, but he was 2-hit KO on that fight, so he was okay. Yeah, so now it's Swamp versus Skullwoods. So Skullwoods is definitely the faster of the two. And then they both go up to Turtle Rock. Yeah. I think Gamma's 30 seconds ahead. Yeah, it's probably something like that. Yeah, I guess the Skullwoods overworld though does take a little bit of time. Oh, do not fall in that hole, Gamma. That'd be a costly mistake. The fairy always comes straight to you when you're full on health. So, 2C probably won't die to Argus, but this is the scary zone where when you have 6 hearts, right, you can go down to 2 hearts and you don't start beeping, but you're actually 1-hit KO. So there's not 0 risk in the Argus fight. And it's the same in the Helma fight where you have 6 hearts, and if you get 2 hits and you're down to 2 hearts, you don't hear the beeps, so your danger, you might not realize the danger. Looks like Gamma's going to be stuck with beams here too, which is going to slow down the mummy kill as well. He did pretty well though. Definitely a much faster room than TwoC had. But I think Gamma could poke Moth instead of Flash. Yeah, he's okay, well, he got the kill. He lost a bit of time. Maybe you could argue that they both played it a little too safe in Skullwoods, but you can die very easily in Moth in the spoiler race. Oh, yeah, missing the quick kill against Argus. Yeah, it is. Oh, that he had a gap to squeeze through. That was almost costly. I guess you could always walk around there. So Gamma's in good shape here. He's got a good 30 seconds lead, as we suggested. He's only got 5 hearts. He does need to be careful. Again, any hit from Chomps or a laser to the face will kill Gamma in one hit. So 58, that's quite a lot. I didn't think it was that much. I didn't really count. Okay, well, 31 on the dot is when Gamma enters TR, so I guess we can see what TwoC does. Oh, TwoC, no! I think he's blocked. I don't know if he can squeeze through the left. Oh, he is not having good luck with dead rocks today. Oh, there's a 6th heart for Gamma, that helps a lot. And getting up to beams as well is quite nice for a couple of rooms in Turtle Rock. Looks like the gap is stretched to a full minute. So Gamma has quite a decent lead. If he's watching the stream, he might know this and be able to play it a bit safe. Using Fire Rod strats there in the pokey. Oh! Takes a hit. Okay, we do need the Chomp's chest because it's a small key. That's a little bit scary. So it looks like we have a vanilla big key, which is the slowest Turtle Rock layout, pretty much. Whoa! Okay, TwoC. I thought TwoC was going to get a hit there. He did very well to avoid that hit. Yo, nice fire rod and spin combined strat there in Pokies too. It looks like he's going out to the big chest, which I'm guessing must have a small key, or he could be doing this for like an intermediate safety door, given the race situation. No, it has a small key. Okay, so we want that. Oh, silver arrows in the crystal roller room. That's going to make the end.
That's a nice pickup.
Yeah, it's going to make the climb pretty free. Well, not free, but it's going to make it cozier in terms of magic management. Oh, yeah, it's actually quite relevant as well because they don't have the lamp. I'm just remembering. So, without any potion or without half magic, magic can be quite tight in Turtle Walk. Sorry, in Ganon's Tower and Climb and the Ganon fight, so having the silvers helps a lot there. And no trouble with the laser skip. So just try next and then Ganon will safely be into Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, there's a fast entry around the 6.5 minute mark or so.
Yeah, pretty fast seed.
Yeah. Yeah, Gamma opting for a couple less hearts than 2C, but within about a minute of each other. Nice first phase there for Gamma.
Oh. Okay. That is not a death you can afford. Okay.
No.
That was a little bit sketchy. I feel like you should be holding your sword out to the right there. I think that works better than holding it out to the left. I've been told by people who are better than me that that's what you should do.
To hold it out to the right?
Facing to the right, yeah. So you should be facing right when you hold your sword out, when you're waiting for Trinex to emerge.
I am taking notes. I don't think I've ever thought about it. I believe I usually hold it out to the left, but I will. Is it safer or is it faster? Do you know?
I don't know.
Both?
I suspect it gives you a slightly more generous window for when you can release the spin button in terms of getting the double hit.
Okay.
Or it could also be something about getting the recoil works a bit better, but I don't really know. I've just seen a couple of people mention it. Alright, so it's probably a bit late, but get your GT big key guesses in if you are so inclined. But only if you haven't looked at the spoiler log, no cheating. Alright, Gamma going upstairs now. Pretty fast GT as well. This could be a pretty good time. I didn't notice the GT entry time, but I don't think there was. I don't think the gap would have closed. I don't think Gamma did too much wrong in Turtle Walk. 1 or 2 is the difference. So I guess that's the amount of time the gold sword saved in the Trinex fight. Or something.
Yeah, so the nasty dead rocks the couple extra hearts for 2C.
And the death as well because of the dead rocks.
Right, yeah.
That's like the whole gap right there.
Yeah, having 8 hearts though, he can be a little bit more liberal on the climb with his aggression.
Yeah, I fully agree with just taking 3 hearts of damage on that spike room. Because it's the easy strat, not much can go wrong, and you can lose a lot of time if you make a little mistake doing a safer strat.
Right.
So if you can afford the health, which he definitely can, then you should just do the NMG strat. Both Rando players confirmed.
Nice Lambo 2 there from Gamma. Yeah, nothing really to get tripped up on in this seed, for sure.
Yeah, just the low health and the lack of mail upgrade and the lack of bottles or anything. So, but in terms of the item placement, it seemed fairly straightforward. Slight variances in how they did things, but I don't think they amounted to a huge difference.
Yeah, there was some nice stuff I like from 2C with comboing and the ether with the flippers there on the pyramid and the castle. But then Gamma being able to get the bow after swamp was nice as well.
Ooh, that's an unfortunate Lamo 2 fight. Something happened with the way he was standing or his positioning, and the fireball came and spooked him as he was about to shoot the first arrow.
Yeah, this is the fight where if you don't get on the first cycle, it can be maddening and last 3, 4, 5 cycles for someone like me.
That's quite a bit of time lost as well, unfortunately. It kind of adds up, like the Lamo 2 fight and the Aga 2 fight, like you gain and lose a lot of time in those.
Yeah.
Welcome to SpeedGaming 2 Raiders. We're just at near the end of a spoiler log race here. Yeah, Gamma's not done too much wrong in Ganna's tower at all, so not really giving TwoC a chance. It's gonna come down to whether Gamma has a clean Ganna fight or not. As long as he doesn't like walk into Ganna, he's probably fine. Nice triple. Let's see. Don't give us a blue ball. Let us get the double trip. Oh, sorry, that was the second phase. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I would say overall, Gamma hasn't really made any kind of mistake to give 2C a way to come back, despite being on low health the whole time. And 2C just running into some bad luck.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. It's basically the dead rocks that have been the difference here. But still, there's still a Ganna fight to be done. So let's see how Gamma does. Okay, well that's why he has a gold sword, I guess.
Yeah.
Good job, Gamma.
Didn't mess up the one-on-one as of yet. Maybe he knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. It is very easy to just time it a little bit wrong and miss the trident spin.
Yeah. Yeah, and having silvers, you don't have to worry about not having the lamp for this fight either.
Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, it would be a very scary torch glitch with just the fire rod. Yeah, very nice fight from Gammachuu. Get your GGs in. Makes no mistake in the Ganna fight.
GGs.
Just as TwoC's dropping in.
It's not every day you see a sub 44 spoiler race.
Yeah, pretty fast. Pretty fast seed, and Gamma played well, made very few mistakes. So Ganon takes down the win. TwoC gets the one-on-one with the tempered sword, does not need the gold sword, but then takes a hit.
Yeah.
So this is gonna. But the scary part of the fight's over, so he should be fine from here. We'll see if Gamma joins us for an interview. Yo, a nice triple at the end for TwoC.
Yeah.
Get your GGs in for TwoC. Just over a minute behind.
So yeah, that
good
minute
race.
going into TR is about the same all the way through Ganon. So
Yeah.
some great execution by both guys.
So, and with that, Gamma moves on to round 2 of the winners bracket of the top 16 of the spoiler log tournament. And TwoC will have another chance in the losers bracket. Let's just see if he has an opponent yet. Loser. Oh, he will be against T-Stew in the first round of the lower bracket.
And we are welcomed by Gammachuu. Gamma, GG's.
Hey, GG's, thank you.
Any initial thoughts about the race?
It seemed pretty lean, kind of free. It didn't seem like anything was really too out of the way. Early boots, early flute. Felt pretty good. And yo, GG's TwoC.
GG Gamma. Nice race.
Yeah.
Yeah, so overall, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with what Gamma said, that the seed was basically free.
Yeah, there was only some minor divergence between you guys. Gamma opted to get the old man sword fairly early. TwoC skipped that. And then, yeah, go ahead.
I think that was probably the toughest decision for me to make in the seed. Do I get that gold sword because I want to get rid of Swamp Palace when I go to South Shore? So I could go ahead and get my bow and ether that's on Pyramid. And I'm like, do I just hold off on that and just get the sword that's free, like super free, the Eastern sword? So that way I have at least tempered sword going into fighting Argus. Or, just go in there with Master Sword, which will probably be at least 2 cycles for me. So I just get it. I was still thinking about it as I was doing the early route. I'm like, just go ahead and get it, and hopefully, it works out for you. Try to make the most out of it. Early tempered, going to Swamp. That way I don't have to backtrack to the South Shore again twice. Or the portal, I mean. And 0 cycle Trinex, pretty much the only thing that's good for the gold sword.
Yeah, I figured it was for the swamp play, given that you were trying to route in the bow after swamp. But TwoC had a really nice route where he fluted to 5 and then hit up the pyramid to get the ether, to mirror to get his flippers, and then go down to get his bow. So I thought that worked out really well at the time.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I was considering comboing those two, but I'm just like, I want to get those flippers right now. That way I kind of do go South Shore to get, just get the swamp play done and get the bow that's sitting right there and go ether. I have no idea. I think that's actually sounds a little faster. Fluting to 5 and grabbing the ether to combo with flippers. That sounds actually much better.
Yeah, the biggest difference between you guys was TwoC's bad luck, fluting to the mountain, immediately getting dead rocked by the old man entrance, and got hit a couple times, had to wait for the dead rock, and then started to make the climb, and then got killed by a boulder. So that was, I think, most of the time difference between you guys, other than maybe another heart that he picked up. But yeah, it was a really good race to watch.
Not gonna lie, I think I got deadrocked twice on that specific incident, but it was like my fault 100%. I just like rushed, even though I could have like waited a bit. But yeah, that was definitely something for sure. And yeah, I think I picked up like one extra hard container from Chicken Hut, I assume. I could have like skipped that for sure. I just like, I don't know, I was kind of worried about Ice Palace, I guess.
Okay, you got that one, and then you got the one from the Skullwood's big key chest.
Oh yeah, I think I miscalculated pieces of heart. I would have loved to have like at least 7 hearts to GP. But yeah, I didn't count the pieces.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I consider that gold sword also made my coaster much more, relaxed. Because I think going in there with green mail and getting hit by an icicle would probably, would put you in one-hit KO mode. At least with my heart count. It's just like, that gold sword just would alleviate a lot of stress going into the cold star fight. So that was nice as well. But yeah, that early death and Death Mountain, it's always rough. You're trying to avoid as much out of the way checks as you can, and usually you just go up there with 3 or 4 heart containers, and it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, the other small divergence you guys had was TwoC grabbed Samaria after doing so we did Ice Palace without Samaria, so we could do Thieves Den and Skullwoods together. And then Gammachuu did Thieves Den, and then a separate trip to Skullwoods, which you had Samaria for Icebreaker. So that was another small difference between you both.
Oh, okay. I haven't considered that. Normally in my head, just get to Maria, do Ice Palace.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it like better to do it? Like, is it that much faster with Sumari? Because we're not picking up anything in Ice Palace. I think it's more or less the same thing, right?
Well, the Icebreaker is faster, but it's like if the region of 10 to 12 seconds, I want to say. I think it's, or maybe 8 seconds. It's something along those lines. So I could well believe that the Ice Palace bomb jump route and then doing Thieves and Skull together is slightly faster, but it's like really close. It's like I can't be sure at all without timing it. So it was interesting that there was quite a few in this seed that you guys had that I thought was going to be fairly linear, and you found a way to do slightly different things, and it's not clear which is the better thing to do.
Yeah, I think in retrospect, the only difference would be the fact that by bomb jumping, you lose a heart. And in this mode, when you're on 5 or 6 hearts, like that heart could be very important. But otherwise, I think it's time agnostic.
I think overall, I'm kind of happy with my route. In a way, I'm kind of regretting Gold Sword because Old Man is quite a time commitment to save just for a sword upgrade when you could, Tempered's really free along the way.
It's funny, TwoC. I thought once you got deadrocked that you were just going to go in there and get your sword.
Yeah,
and skip the one in Ice Rod Cave or something.
Yeah, I was considering it. Maybe I should have done it, honestly. It would have been really good, for sure.
So, TwoC, when did you do Swamp Palace? Did you do it with Master Sword?
I did it with Tempered. I did it at the very, very end. It was like a go mode dungeon kind of deal.
Oh, so when did you get your bow then? Because that was your first bow, I assume, right? The one on Lake Hylian Island?
Yeah, I got it after I flew to 5. I went to Pyramid, grabbed the flippers, and then went down to Lake Hylia.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I figured there's no way either of us is doing Swamp Palace with Master Sword, at the very least Tempered.
Yeah, for sure. It's so much better.
Yeah. As soon as he got the bow, he went to Eastern to get the sword and then cleaned up Ice and Swamp after that.
Mm-hmm. I confused myself too. I'm thinking in my head, go ahead and combo both Pod and Eastern, go into the portal, and then I realized, oh my gosh, what am I doing? This is a pendant. I just need Eastern.
You should have Vent Repod, man. Give me a bit of a chance.
Oh boy. I want to say that's probably my biggest screw up in this siege. It wasn't even that big. It's just very tiny compared to the deaths that TwoC took. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy overall how it went for me.
Yeah, I think you played it pretty well, Gamma. I think this mode is just whoever avoids the costly mistake time-wise wins. When it's between runners of your execution. So Gamma, do you know who you've got next?
Was it Matt?
It is
It is
Matt.
Matt.
7898.
That's gonna be a rough one. You know, anybody here really in top 16 is a rough opponent.
Kind of all the races are close,
yeah,
aren't they?
so-
Yeah.
Everyone's a gamer.
Gosh, yeah, it's just, you know, you throw a name at me, I'm just gonna not want to race against him at all, just because I know how good they are. So Matt's, you know, obviously one of those names I don't want to go up against just because he's Matt, top tier runner. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I have not done a 1v1 versus him, so it'll be nice. See how it goes.
I just finished listening to the Matt podcast this morning, and he did request that he wanted to play Gammachuu 1-on-1. So this is going to be really exciting to watch for sure.
Well, yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Spoiler though, it's yikes, I cannot afford mistakes. I really can't afford mistakes here.
You've been called out. Bullseye on your head now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
And TwoC, you're still in this now. You're up against TwoC next, I believe.
Oh, nice, yeah. It's been a while since I've done a race with TwoC. I guess like usually, you know, around ladder stuff, we get to play against each other. But yeah, that would be nice, for sure.
Yeah, that'll be another strong race. Yeah, everyone in the top 16s is very good at Rando in general, and very good at this mode as well. So I think it's just been a lot of fun so far, and I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun right to the end.
Yeah, definitely. Plenty of great runners. A lot of really great races as well.
So anything either of you would like to add before we wrap up?
Just GG's again to TC. Definitely fun to race against him 1v1, and thank you both for doing commentary. And who was it that was doing tracking?
That was our very own Nervendeutsch doing tracking. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys all again. Appreciate that. Thank you for putting up the restream. Even though I tried to dodge it, kind of.
Nice try, but we got you.
Yeah, thank you for restream, commentary, and good luck on the next round, Gamma.
Thanks, and good luck to you as well.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thanks to Moogle. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we get more of these commentaries in the near future. And thanks again to Nervendeutsch for tracking, and for SpeedGaming for putting on the restream.
Yeah, thanks to you, Shady. Really appreciate giving the opportunity to do comms with you. Thanks to our tracker, Nervendeutsch, and GG's to both Gamma and TwoC for putting on a good race. I will say that there are a couple races this weekend that are scheduled. We have our very own Shady Force versus Vortex this Sunday.
Yo, that's me. I'm coming up.
Yeah, that's you. So good luck at your race. That'll be at 1 o'clock Eastern on Sunday. And then in the evening, another good one, Aussie versus Andy. So that'll be Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. So a couple of spoiler races. Yeah, a couple of good ones coming up this weekend. So for those of you who like spoiler, please tune into that.
All right, and with that, I'll just say goodbye. Thanks so much, everyone, and see you next race.